I'm gonna
Well,
try
you
to.
know,
I'm gonna try to keep it professional.
it's your fault. You wore that dress. You know.
Woo. All right, Robin. Let me get through this interview, man. Just let me go. We can talk later. Just let me get
You
through
brought
this.
that on yourself.
Yeah,
You brought that on yourself.
Let me just get in. All right. So I'm glad I have this because I would have forget everything I was getting ready to ask him. So, Robin, tell us about your new CD. I really like it because it's like you're one of the few artists that can do kind of like the hip hop thing and the adult thing. So tell us about the new CD.
Well, you know, it's called Love After War, and it's really just I always just write what I'm going through in my life, you know, and I think I recently had a baby a couple years ago, my wife and I. Yeah.
Yes, let's get
So I think
that.
all of us here that have children, we know how that kind of changes everything. It changes how you see the world and how you think about yourself and what you're trying to do with your life. So I just wanted there to, in my house and in my heart and in the world, I just wanted there to be love after all the wars, you know.
Oh, isn't that sweet?
Oh, isn't he sweet?
Isn't that sweet? So, Robin, how did you get started? Now, of course, we know your famous father.
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Alan Thicke.
Yes.
Let's
Shout
give
out
it up
to
for
Bob.
his daddy.
Hello, everyone. How's it going?
Yeah.
What a lovely room. My dad, I don't know how many of you have seen the movie Ron Burgundy, Anchorman. That is like my dad. My dad is Ron Burgundy.
So, I mean, well,
Actually,
you know.
I have a funny little story. So my brother was throwing a birthday party for his 4-year-old a month ago, and they had Pocahontas show up, you know, like for the kids to play with and hang with. And my dad sees her and he goes, "Hey there, Pocahontas." I was like, "Dad."
I mean, he talks like that for real?
He does, yeah. He's very smooth. He's
Very
suave.
smooth.
Yeah,
Oh, so we see where you got it from, huh?
Yeah.
Ooh, get it from your daddy.
I got it from my daddy.
So, I mean, well, of course, growing up with your father, did you get the entertainment bug, you know, growing up in the house?
I definitely did. You know, my mom is a singer.
Also. Oh, really?
Yeah, you know, she had a #1 song in the 80s called Friends and Lovers with Carl Anderson. It was like, so I'll be your friend.
Oh, that was your mother?
That's my mom, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Wow.
So she would play Luther Vandross and Stevie and Whitney in the house and that kind of stuff, you know.
Wow.
So she would play soul music, and then my dad would play like soulful rock music, like John Lennon and Bruce Springsteen and people like that. So I kind of ended up somewhere, and I was playing NWA.
Oh, okay.
So I ended up somewhere in the middle of all that.
Because I was wondering where you got all this soul from. I was like...
Yeah, well, my grandfather was actually a jazz trumpet player.
Really?
Yeah, and my grandmother was a pianist.
Okay.
So there's been music in my family.
All right. Ooh, I'm glad they got that fan up here. Getting a little hot up here, looking into those eyes. Okay, let me calm down. How did you find it getting into the urban industry? As far, I mean,
well,
of course we know you're a white guy.
Yeah, there's all these labels of urban, and to me, it was just the music that I love. You know, I mean, the first couple songs I learned to play on piano were commissioned songs. You know, gospel songs.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So I don't know how a 12-year-old white kid from the valley, you know, found commission. I think it started from Take 6.
Right. All right.
Yeah, somebody turned me on to Take 6 when I was about 11 years old or something. Somebody just played a couple records, and then I started learning all their harmonies and all their riffs and runs, and they're just some of the most incredible vocalists out there. And then that got me into commission and John P. Key and, you know, stuff like that.
Wow. You know, I have a gospel show on Sunday. Maybe you should do a gospel song so I can...
What's my favorite?
Have you ever sung any gospel music?
I have, yeah. I used to sing. To get a record deal, when I tried to get a record deal when I was like 13, I would sing Commission's "Running Back to You."
Oh,
can you forgive me when I've often gone astray? How can you think of me when I do things my way?
Wow. Little gospel with Robin Thicke. I like that.
Yeah.
Now, of course, we know that you are married to the gorgeous, beautiful, fabulous Paula Patton.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So how long have you all been together? Did you just meet how did you all meet? Through the industry?
We met when we were 14.
Are you serious?
Yeah, we met when we were 14, so just a couple years ago. No, we met, actually, it was one of those teen summer dance clubs where teenagers, where they didn't serve alcohol and you could dance in Los Angeles. There was this little kind of summer club. It was actually owned by some of the young actors like Brian Austin Green from 90210 and David Faustino from Married with Children. So there was this crew of like 4 or 5 guys who were like 20 years old, and they wanted to open up a club, for teenagers to go to. And I happened to be friends with those guys through my dad, and I knew them in the Hollywood thing. And so I went there and I saw Paula. She was in the middle of the dance floor. She was like she was 15, and I was 14. And I was very confident young man, so I just strolled. It was like her with 5 of her girlfriends, and I just walked right up to her and was like, "Hey, you want to dance?" Actually, I have a pretty funny story. This is
we want to hear it. Yes, we do.
Totally inappropriate, but at 14 years old, you do not know any better. And the song was a hit song at the time, right? So I'm dancing with her, and I'm just and I'm looking at her, and I lean over in her shoulder, and I go, "I got jungle fever, she's got jungle fever." Swear to God, true story. Not only that, I was dressed in head-to-toe cross colors.
Oh, my goodness.
Head to toe.
Hey, back in the day.
Top to bottom, cross colors.
Back in the day, cross colors.
I had an orange arm, a yellow back, a green leg.
Yeah, we remember that. Wow, those loud shirts, right?
Oh, yeah. I had the whole thing.
So how do you guys balance everything? I mean, she's a movie star. You're in the music industry. You're married. You have a baby. How do you work it all?
It's tough, but it's not tougher than anybody else's problems. It's just, I like to try to call them good problems, because at least her career is doing well. My career is doing well. We have a beautiful, healthy baby. So, I think you just try to count your blessings, and the days that we're not together, we just focus on our work. And then when we're together, we focus on each other.
Aww, isn't that sweet? Speaking of you two.
That was a good line. I got to remember that.
Yeah. You need to roll this back for her and let her see that when you get in the doghouse, this will be a good one.
She knows how I feel about her. She don't need no proof.
Ooh. All right. And a man that loves his woman. I like that. So tell us about the fabulous commercial that you all have together. I love that. Cool, have you all seen that commercial? Is it Remy?
Yeah, Remy Martin? Yeah.
That is a beautiful commercial.
I was very lucky. Remy Martin. I signed a deal with Remy Martin to represent them, and then that actually was happening right before Mission Impossible came out. I was already doing the deal with them, and we were doing billboards, and we were gonna do all that kind of thing, and we were gonna shoot a commercial. And then I said, hey, you need to put my wife. You guys should put her in a commercial. And then Mission Impossible blew up, and they were like, oh, this is great. So we got to put her in the commercial also.
Yeah, that's a beautiful commercial. I like that.
Get a little college tuition money.
You all make a lovely couple. Now, you're an artist, and you're used to doing your thing, being creative. How is it working on the show Duets, critiquing other people? Have you all seen the show Duets, the show that he's in?
That's my least favorite part, because I'm kind of more, I'm a lover, and I like to appreciate who people are and inspire them to be better. But I'm not really the critic type. You know what I mean? I just say, okay, I see what you're trying to offer. That's beautiful, and how can I help you become the best you want to be? Because that's the people who mentored me. They didn't try to change me.
Right.
They said, oh, you sing like this, you feel this music. Let me help you. Be the best you can be, so I just focus on that.
How did you get involved in Duets?
They called me, and I would never wanted to do one of those shows, but they called me and they said, we're doing this music show where you get to sing on every show. You get to perform. And for me, I don't really play on pop radio, you know what I mean? So I thought this might be a good opportunity for other people to see me across the country, pretty much white people.
Right.
I was like, maybe some white people get a look at me.
Hilarious.
She said, white people need to see you too. You know what I mean?
Besides your family members, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Now, I always wanted to ask you, like some of the songs that you have out there, what is your inspiration behind some of the songs, like the song Sex Therapy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what was the inspiration
that was actually, I was in the studio and I had just started writing it, and I had the melody and I didn't have the lyric yet, and I got on the phone with my lady who happened to be filming a movie at the time, and we were apart, and she was talking about how stressed out and overworked and all these things she was. So I walked in the studio and I went, "Are you stressed out tight, overworked, wound
Wow.
up, unleash what you got. Let's explore your medicine.
And I take it after that she was no longer stressed out and
Well,
overworked.
Not for a few hours.
Hours, okay.
Maybe 20 minutes. I don't remember.
What about Love After War? What was the inspiration for that?
Love After
one?
War was, as we know, it doesn't mean that, no relationship is perfect. You have to have your downs to enjoy the ups. But her and I were having an argument. I don't even remember what at this point. But I just went to the piano, and I didn't want to fight. I wanted to be with her and be sexy and have a good time. So a lot of the times when I write these songs, they come after an argument, and I just want her to make her happy again.
Makeup songs.
And I'm like, I'm sorry I messed up. Let's put our weapons on the floor. Let's start some love after war.
So that usually works for you, huh?
It does sometimes. Yeah.
Wow. Somebody over there said it would work every night for me.
No, you get tired of it too once in a while.
So, Robin, what do you think?
You're like, you can't sing your way out of this one, buddy.
Yeah, really. Sometimes nothing works. What do you think about the music industry now? I like to, ask artists.
I love. I mean, to me, it's not the industry. That's for the business people to worry about. I'm an artist. I'm just a musician, And to me, there's still great music out there. There's music for everybody. There's good pop records. There's country music. There's all this stuff. I just make what I feel, and I think there's great artists out there, that I love,
Is there any genre of music that you haven't delved into that you would like do a little country song?
Yeah, I
for us
haven't. No, it's funny. Last night on Duets, I sang my first country song.
What song?
It was Lady Antebellum's "Need You Now." It's actually a really beautiful song.
Okay, yeah.
It's 1:15. I'm all alone and I need you now. It's a beautiful song, and the reason that I did it is because it reminds me a lot of my songs. Because there's really not that much of a difference between country and soul or R&B music. It's good, simple, loving songwriting. It's just they're just sung differently. One's with a twang, and one's with some swag.
Twang and swag.
Twang versus swag. But so for me, yeah, and what I really liked about this song is it's very humble. It's very sincere, and that's what I try to when I make my music. I always try to be sincere with how I feel about the subject.
Okay. Well, you seem to have a lot of things going on in your life. What do we have to look forward to next? I mean, are you going to be acting or anything?
This has actually probably been the most exciting year of my career since I first kind of had a hit, And I remember when Lost Without You hit, and I finally had a big hit. I got to do the Oprah show twice, and I was on all these award shows, and that was a very exciting time. And I feel like right now I'm kind of feeling this new energy and all this new inspiration. Actually, in the last 2 weeks, I've been in the studio almost every day, and I made 8 new records in the last 2 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah, and I feel like it's just kind of I don't know. Every once in a while, you get reinvigorated creatively, and so I'm really excited. I made 3 records with Pharrell because I always write and produce my own stuff. And Pharrell and I were trying. We were like, we need to bring back black disco. We need to bring back that Marvin, that Prince, that Michael, that you know what I mean, like that where you want to dance to it, but it's soulful.
Yeah.
It's real soulful music, like Charlie Wilson. Like we got some Charlie Wilson type stuff, but the Gap Band stuff.
Oh yeah.
So I'm really excited about some of the music I'm making right now, and hopefully I'm going to get that out before the end of the year. Get a new album out.
Okay, cool. I'd like to thank you for being here, and right now I'm going to take some questions. Okay, I'm still being professional. Gonna take some questions for Robin. So if you have a question, please come up to the microphone in the front, please. Don't be shy. I know you all have questions. I know. You got a question right there. Just come right up to the mic.
Yeah.
That is a gorgeous dress.
Hi, Robin.
Hi, sweetie.
Who is your favorite artist out there right now?
Oh, out there right now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's tough to say. I mean, sometimes people have a great song or they have a great album. Justin Bieber. He stole my hair. No, I love Adele. I mean, that was, I think, what was beautiful about Adele's album, as we know, is that it broke boundaries. Like, black women love Adele, white guys, black guys. I mean, it's just great music, and she came from her heart and told her stories, and that's why it was such a special album. And I mean, I love Drake. I love Drizzy Drake. I love, I love Jay and Kanye. I love that. I love all that stuff. That's what I listen to when I'm getting hype, or wanting to go out. But yeah, I think Adele's album recently was probably the most like from her heart. You know, all those words and the things she was talking about were so real.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, another question.
Hey, baby.
I would like to ask, just as an aspiring soul singer, what advice would you give when you're kind of at that, I guess, cusp of maybe not wanting to continue because it's just difficult to get in?
Well, you know, the thing that's difficult is it's difficult to sell records. It's difficult to get your stuff played on the radio, but it's not difficult to make music. Right. That you do once you decide I am a musician, I am a singer, I'll never stop. Then the rewards are just they shouldn't be as important. If you love what you do, then you never stop doing it. Then it's not about the rewards. If you're just doing it because you want to be rich, then that's really hard, you know. But if you do it because you have to do it and you have to sing, like for me, I just decided when I was 12 years old, I was like, I'm just going to make music for the rest of my life. And luckily, I was able to make money as a writer-producer when I was young. But I didn't put a solo album out until I was 23, and you know, and then I didn't have a hit song till I was 28, you know. So it's like it's not easy, but I just decided I would never stop, never quit, you know. So you just have to make that decision in your heart.
That's a great answer, and I loved your music when you had long hair and was on the bike.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the long hair. I like the long hair.
Yeah, that was my baby Jesus look.
Yeah. Baby Jesus. Okay.
Hi, Robin.
Hi, sweetie.
I saw that you did the Philip Bailey portion of Reasons.
Yes.
And we love your falsetto. Will you do any more duets or old school remakes?
Yeah, you know, because I'm a writer, it's always hard for me to want. I mean, I do them in my show. Like, you know, I've been doing sexual healing lately in my show. Baby, I get up this morning, I see what's storming inside of me. Woo. You know, you gotta sing that sometime.
When I get that feeling.
Okay.
But I actually I wanted to record like I think in the future I'm gonna record like just a classics kind of soul album, you know, do some Al Green, some Marvin, like even do a sign your name across my heart. I want you to be my baby. Like I want to do that kind of like an album of like 10 or 12 songs like that.
All right,
I'm gonna do it
another
sooner or
question.
later.
Now, this is like a once-in-a-lifetime thing. Where else can you have an intimate setting like this and come up and just ask an
Hi,
artist
sweetie.
like
How you
him
doing?
questions?
How
Let's
you
go.
doing?
Good.
You are very attractive.
Yeah, she needs a fan.
Well, speaking of collaborations, I would love to see you and Smokey Robinson do something together. I
That
think
is
it
so
would be a
funny.
good-
Oh, wow.
We saw each other at the Oscars after the Vanity Fair party after the Oscars, and we exchanged numbers. That's
I
so
think
funny that
that'd
you
be
said that
hot.
just a few months ago. Yeah, and Smokey and I
have one
talked
more
about
thing
doing
to
something.
ask you. My son's 3rd birthday is tomorrow, and he be around the house singing your songs.
Oh yeah.
So can you make a special appearance tomorrow? At the birthday
Oh.
party?
I don't ask, girlfriend. I don't blame you. Ask. The least you can get is no, right? Hey, I
We
like
have
it.
ice cream, cake, hot
ice
dogs and
cream.
chips, punch, wine coolers,
She trying to reel you in.
Ciroc, baked beans, macaroni
She
and
went
cheese,
from punch to Ciroc to baked beans.
some barbecue chicken on the grill.
She's trying to hit
You know,
everything, hoping
It's more of a
something.
family thing, you know.
You are adorable.
You know, my mom gonna cook the baked beans. She gonna tear it down.
I love baked beans.
You know what? If he
Appreciate
doesn't
it.
go, I might have to come.
I'm serious.
I would love to. Unfortunately, I have a performance in Memphis tomorrow, so I'm leaving first thing in the morning. Yeah.
Thank you.
Sorry, baby, but thank you for the
you.
invite and happy birthday to your beautiful
Thank
child.
you.
That was great. God bless you.
I like that. Just get straight to the point, not shy. Any other questions? We have one right here. Okay, we're going to take 2 more after her, and then we have to get to our group photos.
Hey. I'm Brandy. I just want to know if I can give you a hug.
Aww.
She made her question count.
Yeah, She did.
You got something out of that question.
She gonna remember that question. Two more.
I absolutely love you too. Oh my gosh. But I just wanted to know when I made that song Lost Without You.
Yeah.
And I know that your wife is in the video, so what was some of the inspirations behind that? I know you're lost without her, you love her, but can you just explain that? Because I absolutely love that song. I just think it's so beautiful.
Yeah, what had happened was after my first album came out, music is my life, it's my everything, and I put everything I have into my music, and when I put out my first album, it was very critically acclaimed, and all of my peers, they loved it, and yet I wasn't selling any records, so I had a really tough time there for a couple years after that, and I was writing all these songs. That's how the Evolution album was made. It was all these songs about To the Sky and angels, and I was trying to find myself spiritually and still keep my faith in God, and and through all these tough times. And so Lost Without You was really about me asking my woman to tell me that I'm special, tell me that I'm sexy, tell me that you love me, because I'm lost without my woman making me feel better, Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that's how that song came about.
And just let you know, the song Commissions that you said that was your inspiration. That was a song that I actually gave my life to Christ to. So I love you even more. So I love that song.
So she got a hug.
Well, anytime you bring Christ into it,
So ladies,
It
you know what
promotes
you need to
hugs.
do to get a hug, right?
Bring Jesus. Just praise the name.
We're going to be speaking in tongues up here in a minute. Okay. You are crazy. I like you. You're crazy. One more question. One more. Huh?
She want to know where you got that dress.
Oh, where I got my dress? It's a Nicole Miller dress that I ordered.
Hold on, we got one more question.
This is Shawnee.
Hey, Robin.
baby.
My name is Shawnee, and there's a special person that's part of my family in the house, and it's her birthday.
Yeah, where's she
Her
at?
name is Kira.
Where's Kira?
Kira, DJ Dr. Doom's wife. I was wondering if you would just
Hey,
sing her
Kira.
happy birthday for me.
Oh, of course. Of course.
Get the
Come here,
videos.
sweetie.
Doom.
Happy birthday.
Get the camera.
Happy birthday to you.
I'll get out.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kira, right? Kira. Happy birthday to you.
Aww.
Happy birthday, Kira.
Wow.
It's Camille's birthday too.
Oh, her daughter's
Oh, that's right.
birthday
It's
also.
your daughter's birthday. That's right.
Mommy
That's right.
and
That's right. You were
daughter.
telling me about that earlier. Yeah. That's
Aw.
beautiful. That's love.
That's right.
there.
You better
see
hug
that?
her after that.
That's love.
Hug her real tight because she was crying. All right. Well, I guess that's it. I would like to thank you so much for being here because you did not have to come here. And thank you so much.
No, honestly,
Thank you so much.
You guys have been wonderful. The radio station's always supported me, and Doc has always been a great support to my career. So I really appreciate it. That's why we're here. So thank you all so much for everything.
All right. Let's give it up for Mr. Robin Thicke.